Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name is DLPOV, and welcome back to week 8 now of Jojo's Bizarre Adventure Diamond is Unbreakable. Uh, I wasn't looking too much out for this episode, to be honest. I knew the story, I know the story, I read the manga. I wasn't too crazy about it. I do like the character that we get introduced to in this part, in this episode. But let me just go into the overview. Before that, just a quick mention, the opening. Now, they play some new, more electro kind of music into the opening, I believe. It's not much to my taste. I really preferred more the disco-like, funky aspect, the type of music they were playing before, and I don't even think this is gonna grow on me. Like, I just don't like it. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's in transition to a new animation. I don't know, but not happy about it regardless. The ending, however, they just played on. They just continued with the episode. There was no ending, so it could possibly mean maybe transition to a new ending. We'll see. Savage Garden, no, like I absolutely love it. I guess it's just all about waiting. Maybe it was just for this one episode that they didn't want to put that little bit of extra story in the next episode, and they wanted to close it all out in this episode 8. But anyway, let's get over to the overview of this episode. Now, the episode starts off with just with Okuyasu speaking to Josuke about Hazamada, and Okuyasu kind of been questioning Josuke because, like, hey, so you just let this guy go and you didn't find out anything about this Red Hot Chili Pepper stand. And to which Josuke, we get this really cool transition of Josuke reimagining the conversation that he had with Hasamada in the hospital. And it's actually pretty cool where Josuke is talking to Okuyasu, and then suddenly his face, I think, turns and it shifts to the background. You see Hazamada in the bed, and then Jotaro's standing like next to him. And so that was a pretty cool transition. And Hazamada brings up an interesting point, which will become relevant towards the future, as I could say, and that is that stand users are attracted to one another. That's another rule that we get placed upon us regarding stands. But further, that's kind of where the introduction ends, because then Josuke and Okuyasu notice Koichi like sitting on next to the table and drinking something, what looks to be like waiting for someone, and as they want to head towards him, like they see this cute girl walking up to Koichi, and like Okuyasu's like, hey, I know her. Koishi's drinking. He speaks to the girl. Her name is Yukako. And Koichi first questions her, asking her like, are you doing this because you need something from me?" To which she replies, "No, I'm actually in love with you." And like you see Okuyasu like fucking freaking out, like, what, this girl is like into him, like, and you see like this comedic more moment of him like crying, like, why is he so lucky? Um, and then Yukago's asking him questions like if he loves her, and as we're building up suspension in between the answer, like she just flips the fuck out and like gets freaking angry, like, I'm asking you a question, like, and you see her like this monstrous form of her, like her hair waving everywhere, and Koichi freaks the fuck out. And there was this little good line where Okuyasu just says like, "Oh man, like a balloon just gets deflated. Like I suddenly like am not so jealous anymore. I bet the balloon isn't the only thing that got deflated, Okuyasu, huh?" Yukaku goes batshit crazy, and then she just leaves. She asks Koichi to forgive her. Next day we transition over to Koichi, and he's in the classroom just cleaning, to which Yukaku sneaks up on him, and like she's acting very friendly, very lovely, very nice, and she's like, "Please forgive me, can we still be friends?" Koichi said it's alright, and then she gets all weird again. She gives him this sweater that apparently she couldn't sleep apparently all night, so she was knitting the sweater and she gave that shit to him. She purchased lunch for both of them alone, and damn, like Koichi, he doesn't know what to do. He doesn't wanna offend her, So then Koichi gets saved by the class representative. He's like, "Yo, Koichi, like you haven't cleaned this shit up. Like, I'm gonna be the one who gets yelled at if this classroom doesn't get properly cleaned." And Koichi's like, "Y'all, thank God, like I have a reason to get the fuck out of here." And Yukaku, holy shit, she is pissed. You see this look? This is the no, you did not just interrupt some personal time between me and my future husband face. You can bet that whoever this look is geared to is gonna get fucked up. So of course we know that this does not end well. Like Yukaku is fucking pissed. She meets up with this class representative at the end of the school time, I'm guessing, and she meets her one on one. She's like, "Yo, like you're not talking to Koichi anymore. Like I'm gonna make sure you don't talk to her. Like just leave him alone." And of course, in high school, you don't take shit from people. Like if people talk smack to you, you have to react a certain way. Like if you're an introvert, if you're shy, I can understand that. But if you're like this confident person that doesn't take shit from people, you're not gonna let someone like that talk to you in that manner. And this class representative ain't taking that shit. She's like, wait, like, I was just being like really calm with you, but now I'm gonna have to say something. And we notice basically Yukaku having a stand. First, we noticed under some hairpins that apparently like needles that go into the class representative's hair. Um, she wants to go after her, and all of a sudden, like Yukaku just fucks off, and all of a sudden she starts smelling something burnt, and all of a sudden her hair is on fire. My my guess is that the that she made like a trail of burning hairs and like made them all linked together all the way to her hair. I feel that the manga did a better job in representing the drama of of her like noticing that her hair is on fire. Josuke and Okuyasu step in, and Okuyasu uses the hand to like swipe all the flames out of her hair just to kind of save her, and but forgets that fact that like he doesn't do it properly. He kind of like brushes off so much hair that there's like a bald spot behind her. That was pretty good, and Okuyasu and Yosuke find out that she has a stand, and they need to talk to Koichi about this because this shit can get dangerous. Okuyasu, Koichi, and Josuke they get together. Koichi talks to him about like him being so distracted that he's getting bad grades, and they need to think of a plan because he needs to do something about this. Josuke mentions that they cannot piss her off because that would be dangerous. So they need to just make sure that she feels less attracted to him. They need to think of ideas that would make her like him less, but without making her angry. And this is where they bring in a little bit of that bro moment of between Okuyasu and Josuke, where they're just being because they're kids, they're still teenagers, they're being like very childish and like, oh, maybe she likes really nice, clean kids, so maybe you should stop showering. And they bring up these really childish solutions to it at first. Um, and they said like they tell Koichi basically that like, not to worry, like they're gonna handle it. And the plan that Okuyasu and Josuke think of is talking shit behind Koichi's back, so to say, in front of Yukaku. So at the end of the school, they're just standing there. They're talking mad shit about him, like, yeah, man, like Koichi, like he steals, like he's very untrustworthy. And Yukaku, she overhears this, and of course that was part of the plan. And what ends up happening, we transition over to Koichi in his bed, like just trying to get some sleep. He's like, man, I hope what Yosuke and Okuyasu were planning works out. And all of a sudden, you see like this stalker, like Yukaku on the window, and you see her hairs grabbing Koichi. He passes out. By the way, she notices the test that Koichi had and like those bad grades that he had. She notices that and gets freaking upset. Like this is fucking true. I can't believe what I'm seeing. Yukaku kidnaps her, a la a la Misery, the movie. I don't know if you know that movie, that about this fan who entraps this writer that she's a fan of, and entraps him in a house where he's forced to finish writing the last book. I think pretty good movie. But that's where this whole concept reminds me of. Yukaku kidnaps Koichi, puts him in her house, and says like, I'm gonna shape you up to be a good guy, a guy that deserves me. And it's kind of funny because like she created these test methods where like you have three boxes, and she's gonna make him kind of like do the test over, I think. So he has to pick the right answer, and the right answer is basically his breakfast. And in one of them is a bar of soap, and the other one is an eraser, and the other one was some boiled eggs. So, and this is where like Koichi just freaks out, like, because the first question he gets right, the second one he gets it wrong, and she's forcing like these, I don't remember what it was, long green vegetables, and wrapped around like these English letters, I think, and she's trying to force it down his throat, and he like tries to fuck off, but she implanted her hairs into Koichi's scalp, so she now manipulates him and prevents him from leaving. That's kind of like where the episode ends. Overall, a great episode. I think we if there's something that we should take away from this episode, guys, just don't stick your dick in crazy, because yeah. So now let's talk about the 3 points that I talk about in all my overviews, and that is the animation, the pacing, and the value to the overall plot. Animation was about 70% to my liking. There were some shots that still felt a little bit less detailed. I wasn't too crazy about them. Yukaku blushing, not too much to my liking. In the manga, it looks great because it's in black and white. However, here she has a little bit more of a pale skin, I feel. So the little bit of blushing, that like the pink lining that they're trying to do, I'm not too crazy about. The music choice, I know it has a lot to do with animation, but the music choice felt a bit weird, especially because I felt that when she freaks out, when she gets like this monstrous, like this devilish aura, I felt that should have been done more in contrast with the sweet tone of music, and even the sweet music that they play when she's being like really cuddly and nice to Koichi. Is still something that I wish they would have done a little bit differently. The transitions stay beautiful. The transitions are still looking great. This is something that they keep on doing well. The reaction shots of like Koichi, like very happy or very in like worried and scared. Like those shots are absolutely still great. It still pays a lot of respect to the manga. Certain shots, however, were more exaggerated in the anime than they were in the manga. I would say the one where the Koichi has the hairs in his mouth. Like that shot is like highlighted more than it is in the manga. Um, overall, overall, fine with it. If they save the budget for other episodes, which I'm really looking forward to, um, the pacing would be rather alright pace. I for a second I thought that it was actually rather fast paced, but it actually pays a lot of respect to the manga, which is the same pacing that the manga was going for. So I honestly thought that this was longer. This felt longer, and I guess this is more of like a critique towards the anime and the manga. Then is that I wish we would have gotten a little more suspense build up, and not had Yukaku freak out that easily. I wish it would have been more of a surprise element towards the later half of the episode. Um, but otherwise, like it was okay. But it was still a little bit fast paced. It was a lot that was going on, but all right. Now the value to the overall plot, we do. It's kind of hard to say. No, because there wasn't much going on. This is actually more of a side story, a little bit. We're not talking that much about the arrow anymore. We're just going into a little bit of a side story. With Hazamada, we still had one of the guys working Red Hot Chili Pepper, who wants to get Jotaro out, but Yukaku, however, she just says that she remembers being pierced by the arrow, and Koichi mentions like, oh, it must have been Keisho. That's about it. We do get an interesting reveal though, and that is that Crazy Diamond apparently it cannot bring elements to its normal form, thanks to their normal state. If the hand, Okuyasu's hand, touches something and erases something, that is a reveal that we get. So it may play an important role. I honestly don't remember anymore. So it may play an important role towards the future. But otherwise, still a great episode. Absolutely loved it. Otherwise, aside from the animation, looking forward to getting this story wrapped up next episode. Koichi, like I said, becoming one of my more favorite characters in this series. Can't wait till we'll get introduced to another one that you guys are probably familiar with, manga readers. Otherwise, my name is DLPOV. Thank you for watching this video. Hit the like button. Comment down below what you thought of this episode. What you liked or didn't like. What do you think of that new song choice for the opening? Did you like it? Did you not? Do you prefer the more funky upbeat or this more electro type of music? My name is DLPOV. Subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next week with another episode of Yukaku being a crazy bitch. Bye.